Hey everybody, Mark Johnson here, founder and creative director of pt.2 Studios, back again with another vlog. Today's vlog is number 37, and off top, I just hope everyone is off to a great and productive week. For myself, I got a few things going that has really got me excited. I keep getting those video maker, writer opportunities, so I'm excited for that. I got another one just assigned to me this past week, and I have a few other writing assignments, more or less writing projects that I've been writing for myself. I'm trying to enter a contest for screenwriting contest. I've never done that before, but I have 2 screenplays that I'm working on that I might enter. One definitely, because it's kind of really more set up for this, in a sense, based on their guidelines. The other one's a little bit longer, so that's kind of why I was wondering if I really need to edit down so much that it'll fit the guidelines. But the other one is definitely in a position to kind of be entered, and I'm excited for that. Like I said, I hadn't entered a screenwriting competition before. There's an entry fee, so that's a little different too. The last writing contest I entered, which was maybe end of last month, was a little shorter. It was a short story piece, and got that one in. You know, we won't hear back for a while on that, but I'm excited to kind of take this path and see what opportunities I can get from it. Another thing that I want to touch on was last week I talked about the Seinfeld experiment, and I wanted to clear up something that I realized after watching my last post, that it could be a little bit confusing. Because I entitled my last vlog video experimenting or using the Seinfeld experiment, in a sense, to creating habits based on what I had gone through in the previous week. And I realized that what I was doing was combining 2 separate habit forming techniques that, in a sense, help you create habits, but do it in incremental steps, or doing it day by day. And so I'll break them down really quick. So the Seinfeld experiment, or not breaking the chain experiment, is simply, as Seinfeld explained it, is that he took himself, and early on in his career, maybe he still doesn't, not necessarily know, but I would assume that he still does, but the habit that he was creating was writing every single day. And then every day he would mark it off on the calendar, put X in each that day, if he did some writing. And when it got to a certain point where that chain got to be weeks and weeks and days, he didn't want to break the chain, and so it would force him, or even remind him or motivate him, that he had to write that day so that he wouldn't break the chain. And that's just really simple, you know what I'm saying? Just do what you get to what you need to get done, and then mark it off on the calendar. And through doing that, you will build the habit of being able to write every day, or exercise every day, or go for a run every day, whatever your choice of habit that you're trying to create. The other habit forming technique that I was, in a sense, combining the 2 is called mini habits. And mini habits is, simply put, creating very easy things to do. Like, for example, if you want to start meditating, rather than trying to set a goal for meditating for 20 minutes, you just decide to set a goal of meditating for 2 minutes each day. Okay? Anybody can find 2 minutes within a day. 20 minutes might be a little tougher, but what ends up happening is, if you set a goal, a high goal for 20 minutes, an hour, if it comes down to it, you don't necessarily have that amount of time to spend doing that habit. Most people will just not do it, and so they'll do nothing, you know what I'm saying? So they'll spend 0 time each day doing the habit. But if you can find 2 minutes in a day, you know what I'm saying, what ends up happening is, okay, maybe one day you do it for 2 minutes, the next day you do it for 2 minutes. At a certain point, you'll build either a motivation, or you'll just find enjoyment in it, and you'll do it for longer. And so over time, maybe you do a few days at 2 minutes, but over time, there will be a lot more days where you'll spend more time doing it. Maybe it's reading a couple pages every day. Maybe at a certain point you'll start reading 10, 20 pages a day. It just kind of really depends on your situation in that day, whether it be a time management thing, or it's just kind of you feel good about doing this habit over and over. And so what I was doing, what I was trying to explain in the past video, was combining both of those things. Saying building the habit of doing something every day and marking it off, finding enjoyment in that, and at the same time, maybe you didn't have an hour to do a whole writing, but if you spent at least 10 to 15 minutes doing it, you can find that time and keep being motivated because you actually did something rather than doing nothing. And so that's what I wanted to explain. I want to clear that up. So it was definitely two different techniques that I was thinking about as I'll explain to that, to the situation I had last week where the day just kind of got away from me, and I wanted to maintain the habits that I was building or the projects that I was working on, and put something forward each day so that I can build the progress to getting them done. And so what I was doing was more or less just spending whatever amount of time that I had available to at least set aside for that project to get it done, or at least put a step forward. So I wasn't standing still, and I wasn't taking a step back by not doing anything. So I wanted to clear that up. But they're both two excellent techniques, that not breaking the chain and mini habits. If you're looking to create habits for yourself, just start really small, and in a sense, over time you'll be able to build it up so that you are doing it every day without even thinking about it. Again, hope everyone's off to a great week. Being productive, getting things done, building habits, and I know I got some things that I got on my plate that I'm gonna try to complete for myself this week. I got that new article I gotta write on, and I'm excited for this week. So hope everyone is off to a great start, like I said, and like we always do at this time, have a blessed day. See you on the flip side. Let's go.